we always try to hit you with a couple like devil's advocate questions, so I'm going to start if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But the one thing, well, two things actually. Sometimes people have told me that London is over-incubated. Yeah. There's a lot of different programs that are accepting people and putting the money in, and then keeping their hopes up or wasting their time. We had, a couple of the VC guys even said that. Of course, maybe they would say that. Yeah. And the other piece I'm always wondering about is ultimately you do have this huge communications giant, Telefonica, that kind of gets looks at maybe investing more. And so how do you balance this huge corporate coming in and doing what they want to, having their way with these startup companies? Those are two questions.
Two questions. So the first one, is London over-incubated? Categorically and mathematically, no, it's not. So when we opened Wayra, we received 1,031 applications.
This 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last May, I think it was May 2012. So
1 year ago. So 1 year and 4 months.
Okay. And now we've moved to a global call process where we typically get more than 3,000 applications.
Just for the London?
No, so that was now an international call. But what we're seeing is an exponential number of startups wanting to be part of an acceleration program. And I think that mathematically what that suggests to me is there's ample scope for more accelerators. In my opinion. But, it's a big but, it's not about the number and the quantity and the number of spaces available, it's about the quality. And I am acutely concerned about just how many accelerators there are, how many spaces available, and how good they are. And frankly, the EU are going to pour a ton of money into this, which means a load of really well-intended people are going to be really compelled by it, because as I said, everybody wants to fuck around with startups. So we're going to see accelerators and incubators popping up everywhere. Some might be very good. I think generally the quality will be really poor, and I think that however well-intended they are, unless they leverage the kind of differentiators and value adds that a big corporate can bring with their corporate muscle and then all their customers, then they're just going to muddy all the waters, frankly. Now, it's very easy to point the finger and say, oh, that's just an incumbent being defensive of maintaining and protecting their current state. And it isn't. I talked to the VC guys as well, and they share the same concern. And actually, the EU money is well-intended also, but it's pointing the wrong place. We have what we call the missing middle, which is the bit post-accelerator, pre-VC. There's just a gap. There's a gargantuan gap. And if any money was going to be poured anyway, it should be poured into that gap, in my opinion.
If it doesn't, then we'll do this. If it doesn't, we'll do that. Do you ever think that there's a point where it becomes too creative and not about the bottom line?
I do worry about that, and that's a perfectly valid criticism, because there's always the danger of ooh shiny. And we have hired all these amazing people.
Ooh shiny,
and we have a big ooh shiny room,
shiny,
right? Wow, woo shiny,
Right.
Let's try this out over here, let's try that over there. The trick